snap it first, right? And then do
No,
the promo?
talk and then snap.
All right. Y'all know what it is already, man.
I like that.
Ready? Y'all know what it is already, man. Yours truly, the voice of Strong Island, is Course and Culture, it's Wavy World. You know what Max B would say about that, right?
It's gonna be a good episode.
Can we end on a positive note now?
That was it. Episode done.
That was big of no.
Show of hands, who book smart, who street smart, who get A's and shoot J's by 3 o'clock. Who planning Princeton, who planning Harvard, who planning Yale. I plan on planting some stars long as I plan it well. Got my grind, got my books, got my ball, got my fam, got my health. Thank you God. My little homies, don't forget what I taught ya. I go by Coach X and this is Course and Culture.
Announcer, podcaster, voice of Strong Island extraordinaire, Wavy Walker himself.
I don't even think Max B is Wavy.
Welcome.
Charlie, you Wavy, Charlie. I need you on the podcast with all of us, so we all Wavy. Like, you know my people.
And coaching with Coach X. Welcome, Mr. Wavy Walker. With me, I got my esteemed host, as usual, Prince Zaire, Meg Henry.
That's my son.
That's a lot of energy. We messed this up, Wavy. We don't know what
Great energy right now.
That's a fact.
Great energy right now. Feel me? How y'all doing today?
We cool,
Amazing, man.
That's good.
It's great to be here. It really is, man.
That's really good.
We're gonna get started with our first segment. It's called Fast Break. We're gonna ask production to more or less yell out a topic. We're gonna go around until one of us gets stumped. And if you do, no big deal. We keep going until, last two. That being said,
Foreign cars.
foreign cars. All right, you're our guest, Wavy. We're gonna start with you. We're gonna go this way. And 3, 2, 1.
Maserati.
Bugatti. Porsche.
Mercedes.
Ferrari.
You're out of here.
Exactly. That's a
Lamborghini.
All right.
Production. What's next?
Restaurant chains.
Ooh, restaurant chains. Wavy, again, you our guest. We're gonna allow you to go.
Fogo de Chao.
Say less.
Cheesecake Factory.
Julau.
You're right.
I was going to say
Nah, he been doing his homework.
He came prepared.
Receipts for all those places, too.
I ain't come prepared. I just came straight from school. I just came straight from school.
He said he came straight from school.
Still
He
got
said
my uniform on and all that. Another day in the office.
Let me
Not wrong with the chopped cheese.
let's get our next topic.
With a croissant?
Clothing brands.
Okay, clothing brands. Wavy, you are a guest. I'm allowed to go first.
Start a simple Nike.
I'll start simple. Wavy World. He's out of here! I got him! He wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready for it.
He's supposed to say fifth.
I'm done after that. That was good. I had 300 to think about, but Wavy World, they should do the right thing. They really should.
Listen, tune in. Amen.
Word.
But honestly, I will say that. I will say we can get right into it. Let's talk about Wavy World and all that. But let's do that in a minute.
Oh, you got me, guys.
First, I want to talk about the voice of Strong Island. My man, Wavy Walker. First of all, how did you get the nickname, the voice of Strong Island? And please tell us what it entails.
Sometimes self-claim. When you self-claim, you have to put in the work. And my maturation through announcing and podcasting and so on and so forth. Shout out to my guys at Crunch Time Basketball, my guy Rev, Mo Dingle, my man White, the president, and they gave me an opportunity. I mean, I don't want to act like I'm some Johnny come lately, but I went to Cheyney University of Pennsylvania, so I was writing for my school paper for 3.5 years. Sports editor. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Stephen A.
The oldest HBCU in the history of life. Not the first. Lincoln was the first state accredited. Cheyney University is the oldest HBCU in the history of life. Harriet Tubman, the Quakers. That's a whole other different story. But through being able to write for my school paper and cover so many events, you know, was in a part of those realms, and fortunate enough to, you know, Jamaican parents, raised in Toronto, came here when I was 4 years old, and smack that in Harlem. You know,
That's
a
the
few
best
months in
place.
Harlem, yeah.
Best place to get
And
dropped off at.
Then raised in Dykeman in Washington Heights, so to be lucky to be in a neighborhood where, you know, Lou Alcindor Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was born, you know, and played basketball there before he moved to Queens and, you know, did his realms and so on and so forth there. But the history of Dykeman and just seeing, you know, how the tournament has flourished, and then, you know, Mama got, you know, tired of being in the hood. You know, nothing wrong, it was good, but she said, you know, let's move out to Strong Island and go from there. And we moved to Hempstead, and I just learned so much history there too. You know, with, you know, Julius Erving being from the town, and Roosevelt, and so on and so forth. And like I mentioned, Two Holloway, so many different players that I've played there. So I think, you know, that was the whole thing. Like, as I started doing the announcing and, you know, taking it to a different realms, I know me, I'm not like, you know, and that's no disrespect to many announcers. There are many great people in our city that do what they do, but I just know that I really care about the kids and the culture. You know, you're talking to a man who's raising 4 kids. I have, you know, a young man going to Buffalo State. I have a 10-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, I have a 2-year-old. So, you know, these kids don't get the knowledge and what we're spewing to them now. They don't understand that, you know, so we need the right people in our culture to explain that to them and understand. So when I seen what I was doing and impacting the kids and keep being a part of it, it was self-proclaimed, but it's now earned and deserved. Because you can't go anywhere in New York City and state right now and don't see that anything with an algorithm that I'm impacting the kids. Not for clickbaits, not for, you know, because they can't pay me. You know, I always got to pay and take care of myself. But I'm doing it for them, because, you know, if they can get a D3, if they get a D2, the D1, we go from there. So that's why I eventually, over time, proclaimed myself the voice of Strong Island. There's not many people in Long Island who are doing what I am doing, and I'm in the boroughs, like Queens, you know, Uptown, those are my guys. So I have so many realms and so many things that I impact, and that's where it came from, with the voice of Strong Island, and able to do what we're doing now. And, you know, God bless H2O and Thomas for giving me the opportunity with Wavy World to showcase what I could do. My guy Russell Miller and, you know, Mr. King with the takeover, for us to have the Prime Wave and have the live stream. So we're just trying to affect so many different things. You know, the June 20th event, who would have thought, you know, I picked about 80% of those kids, you know, sitting on the table with Coach Tippy. And everybody knows who Coach Tippy is. Like, to be in the circumference, to be able to pick kids with that guy. Like, he's supposed to pick everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, to see where the love and the respect has come. And even to a point where now in the future, we'll eventually talk where I'm gonna be doing my own certain thing to have the kids come out. So that's where it came from. And, you know, it's not, you know, confidence is only good with substance. And my confidence comes from the substance in the word. So I'm not worried about just naming names. They're all my guys. You know, like Cha-Ching. I'm not worried about being better than Cha-Ching. I'm not worried about being better than Rel. I'm not worried. We're all great in our own realms. You know what I'm saying? We just have to just be great to impact everybody. And that's just names. You know what I'm saying? Nobody zero tolerance.
I wanna build on to what you said right there. You said we're all best at our own realms. Right. I feel like when it comes to a team, I feel like a lot of people, I'll say, let's start off with the good teams. The good teams focus on, each player focuses on what they have to do. So they know they have to be best at what they're doing and not have to be the best on the court, but best at what they're doing. But if you look at another team that loses a lot, is mainly players that focus on being the best on the court. So that just goes back to just being the best in your realm right there.
Right. Well, I feel like there's so many different things. Like, you know, we see so many different now. Like, you know, like I said, I'm Cha-Ching. That's my guy. Like, that's the best in New York City and state. You know what I'm saying? For what he does, the performances, the different characters you'll see, the in-game analysis, the knowledge, the analysis. This is a guy that puts in work and puts in knowledge with the game. You know, talk spicy, Jaden. You know, he knows high school, like,
That's my son.
Like,
That's a fact.
backwards, forwards.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, sometimes people are just so caught up, and there's many other guys, like here's Johnny's a great MC,
Shout out Mr.
Mike
Toast
Larry's
Spicy.
a great MC. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys, and there's many Fly Tie from Brooklyn with Gersh, Ross Slom, Mr. Clockton for the win. There's so many guys. Here's Johnny. There's so many guys, and there's a lot that I'm leaving out, but we all have to bring our own different element to the game. And I think that's the biggest thing where one thing I can tell you about me is I know I can do in-game announcing. I can do what we're doing right now with a podcast, because this is different realms too.
Yeah.
In-game announcing and ebonics and how you speak is different from what we're doing right here. You know what I'm saying? Having 2 high school kids on there and doing an interview is a different realms. You have to figure it out, feel people and so on and so forth. So I just know that in regards to the game, I'm not the best, but I tell you this much, I'm definitely the most dynamic. Because I can do so many different realms of what it is with a microphone to make it. We have a live stream. We do in-game commentary. In-game commentary is different from in-game announcing commentary. Remember, you have many different voices that are now listening to you. So while you're doing the game, you just can't just be a redundant voice. They also want to see what's going on there. So you're giving, little ad-lib things, stats and numbers. So it's just different realms that come with it. You have to be cultured for it. And, that's just one of the things that I just keep trying to work at.
Well, I just want to say, if you are not tuned in, if you're not tapped in, if you are not following this guy and you are a lover of high school sports in New York City or high school basketball, you're doing something wrong. Because it ain't too many people in the world that can, bare minimum, just sit in front of me and get me to shut up. Like literally, I just want y'all to understand.
Words of knowledge.
That's a fact. I'm not trying to be funny. It is a certain level of respect. There's a certain level of understanding on my part, right? That this man is so knowledgeable, and like you said, everyone you named is privy to their craft.
Correct.
Like you all do homework in your respected field. But I am literally sitting in front of a gentleman who is so enthused, like literally, like he's genuinely passionate about what he does, and that's why I can sit here and literally garner wisdom from you. Like I'm sitting here going, I admire that you are so passionate about what you do that I am okay with sitting back and allowing to giving this platform like that. Can't make it up. I wanted you to come here so I can tell the world that there are individuals, myself included, that are so, again, enthused about highlighting the youth. Like you said, they don't pay me. I do this out of my pocket, and I'm going, like you don't understand the level of respect that I have for a gentleman that wakes up every day and go, I want to invest my talents, I want to invest my resources into the next generation. And I give you your flowers.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I will
Thank you,
forever
appreciate you.
shut
Yes,
up
thank you, guys.
and sit
For
in
sure.
a room full of wisdom. So shout out to Wavy Walker.
Yes, man, I appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
You guys had me around London and Rose, London Chancellor.
We didn't
You know what I'm
change.
saying?
Forgive
Oh my
me.
God.
I've been looking at it the whole time.
That there. It's not about me. They're gonna know about me, but they need to know about Rose and what she's doing and the continued growth and what Brandeis is doing and from one Rose to the next, right? One Rose dies and goes to another
and
collegiate
another one
program, and
rises.
another Rose rights back up, and it was just so great to be around. Even though we're in New York, London, but the Chancellor, and some people don't know this is a high offensive output product in the PSAL. One of the top girls.
She killed
the Elmcore a couple weeks back.
She's gonna kill me if I don't. It's not Chancellor, it's Challenor.
Challenor. Okay, is that what it is?
I see how that get confusing though.
London, I'm
I
sorry.
see how that get confusing.
London,
And I'm gonna be honest, if you want to get freaky, we working on it. But if you want to get spicy, we don't even call her London no more. We call her Paris. But we'll talk about that later.
I think she's earned that. Right?
We call her Paris. We call her Paris.
I don't even know if I walked past 2,000 people. So if I can score close to 2,000 points in high school, I think that's pretty illustrious.
Yeah, listen. And I told her it's the consistency that she, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, they're students. They have homework. They have parents. They have friends. They're girls. They have emotions. There's a lot going on. And I understand what it is to be an athlete and, like, have to dig deep and then go out there and do it. And to see her do something that I literally have never done. just 40, and then come back 2 nights later, and then 40, and then 2-3 days later another 40. Admirable. And those are the people that are
underappreciated
still-
too.
and those are the people that
Underappreciated in
should
New
be
York is
highlighted.
disrespectful too, honestly.
Very underappreciated.
And that's coming out, and again, you look at it coming out of a school like Hillcrest, right? A lot of these, if you're not in the private schools or the Catholic schools, or if you're not in the, again, like she said, she's trying to bring,
What was she supposed to score 5,000 points?
Yeah.
She's supposed to go 5,000?
You know what I mean?
And that would have, but that's a whole other conversation. I don't want to get
And then
angry
even
about
then, they'll say, oh, well, you're not 4A, or you're not 3A.
Yeah,
So it's a lot of, that's why I appreciate you when you highlight those individuals. That's why this platform is here to highlight those individuals.
it was so great to look at the PSAL 3A standings for the new thing with NYG Hoops. Big shout out to them. And of course, achievement first. And they should be back-to-back champions.
Hey,
We got
some history.
hello.
Tyler,
Come on
JV
now.
on Jumpman. Oh God, who's the other guard in the backcourt?
Mario.
Mario.
Romaine, that's it.
Come on now.
These kids.
AF getting on the map.
Let's not forget about Mario.
Wow, those 3A. But to see, without a doubt, they should be.
Definitely.
The number one, and Michael graduated, right? So think about that. Oh, Jesus. So they're number one in the PSAL rankings. And I believe number 2 is Edison. And they deserve it with the Udker kids and all those what they got going on down there. And Bayside is number 3. But to see what the 3A is doing, because
And
they disrespect
finally
the
getting
2A
the
and the 1A
recognition.
so much. There are kids there. Levi Doherty, right? What is he?
3A.
3A, right?
Yeah, Bedford.
Bedford. This kid's dynamite. You know what I'm saying? But he's not, because he's in 3A. Who cares? There's so many platforms that you can be good at. But everything's 4A, right?
Yeah.
Like, New York.
It's a lot going on. I know he want to touch on achievement. I know you got something to say.
I was just gonna say.
I talked with the dean and them. God bless them, bro.
I was just gonna say that just goes to show how hard you really gotta work in today's world. Oh
my God.
Because it's sad to say, but it's never gonna be equal. It's never is
I feel like for this generation, it's like you need to have some type of platform, or how would I say it?
Recognition.
Recognition.
Right exposure.
You gotta have it already.
In order to get out there for real.
That's a fact.
So I feel like it's a lot of talent out there.
They're
disrespected.
I wonder, if I'm not
Tyler's a bad
mistaken,
boy, man.
Yo.
Wavy, I may be wrong, Nico. You're 8th grader?
Yes, he plays for Chop Nation. He's
Okay.
actually playing a game right now. tonight.
Okay, but he's another one, right? What do you know what high school he's going to, and what that looking like?
He's changing. I'm not make the decision, so I don't want to say
Yeah,
the wrong
put
things
something
for the
out there,
air.
yeah.
But that's a kid. I mean, this kid can shoot it.
That's what I'm talking
He's
about.
dynamite.
Talent, just
He's
talent.
so young,
Yeah.
and this is why I love the platforms that I do. Sometimes my bigger guys on the air, they'll say, Wavy, you're getting to a point now where you don't have to do small things. And this is not a small thing, per se. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, you know what I'm saying? Or just like,
I know what you mean.
Now that you have such a platform now that Wave, you can
go out there.
demand
Delegate
and guarantee
different-
certain things
Yeah.
because you know what's gonna cultivate with it. And I am doing that, and I'm gonna grow. I'm definitely growing from that. But it's hard for me to stay away from the culture.
Because
It's
genuine.
That's where you came from.
It's genuine.
It's hard for Coach X to say, "Yo, Wavy, come in for $7." Just a mathematical. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. I gotta do it. I'm gonna wait by the bus stop. I'm gonna figure it out. It's no sleep to Brooklyn. My man, Coach Blue. There's no money that comes down there. It doesn't matter. We're illuminating these high school kids. We're building a platform. You know what I'm saying? That? So there's so many things that I gravitate to that, like I said, I'm paying for me to take care of that. But it's fine. If I wasn't in a situation to do so, then I wouldn't do it. Because I have to make sure I take care of home base. But you have to help these kids. You have to. You can't say that you're a part of that culture and you're selfish. You're a culture vulture. That's what you are.
Yeah.
You can't say
You're lying under capitalism.
Yeah.
And I don't care who this might affect. When I look into the direct camera,
Come on.
if you don't care directly about the kids,
What do you?
you're a vulture. So I don't have to tell you that. You'll look in the mirror at the end of the night and you'll know who you are. Whether you want to accept it or not. And that's the realism of the game. So if you can help, why not? I didn't have these platforms. We have platforms to put kids on podcasts.
Come on.
That's a fact.
Where, they wouldn't have that before. So there's so many kids and they say New York is down. I don't know where the hell it's down at because it's never been down. New York is great in
don't
every
skip a
borough.
beat.
Literally.
Our Knicks are doing good. Have a good night.
There we go.
That's a fact.
There we go.
So
That's a fact.
New York is never down. There's good high school players
Everywhere.
throughout every district.
That's a fact.
100%.
I see you got the brand on though. That's your brand, right?
Yeah, it's always, Coach X told me to be marketable. You have to market yourself. You have to make sure everybody, knows what it is. And like I said, I have a big podcast tomorrow going on with Shane Seymour and, Jeremiah from Luhigh, the PD Nation, Christ the King Girls. I gotta get London and them on there too. I'm gonna have to get London
both
and
Londons.
Rose.
My I was telling you about
I
that.
get
Both
all of them
Roses,
too,
both
man.
Londons. Yeah.
Because that's another thing too, to quietly say that, boy, has the women's game of basketball elevated so much over the last 10
much.
to 12
So
years.
much.
I mean, like,
So much.
No, 10
These
to
girls
12
are-
years?
yeah. Can I
10 to
curse
12,
on here?
10
I
to
can't
12
curse, right?
months.
No? Can I?
Damn near 10 to 12
These
months.
girls are some bad mouth effers. All right?
Past
These
year.
girls are bad, man.
The past year.
What?
Literally past year.
Like the past year, the gap, the leap from high school, college, and WNBA.
Scary,
That's
bro.
a fact.
I mean, literally, just think about
That's
the
a fact though.
Definitely.
just think about the WNBA salaries. Like that's what I'm saying. Like literally, in the past
They
year, just think
deserve
about
it.
women's sports. Like literally, like just the collegiate level. We were just talking about Kalia Smith, like being the
yeah,
number.
that's a fact.
Like just think, I'm so in love with the state of women's basketball.
I love it.
on
It's
growing,
every
man.
level. And where
That
it's
helps
going.
all of us. Why
And
are
I've
we
been-
so
I've been-
dumb?
Yeah.
Yo. If they making more money too, NBA, we already making more money. That helps everything. We need to be a
right.
part of We need to be a part of everything.
Nobody don't want to be a part of everything. They only want to be for themselves.
Man.
That's the thing.
That's
I
the
be
selfish
a
part
part of the
about it.
Liberty game. I'm the biggest prostitute. I'm the biggest prostitute at the game. You'd have thought I was a woman in the game because I know what they do, and I know what these girls do. And you know what's so crazy? They have to actually work times 3 compared to the fellas just to get that. You know what's so crazy? You know who I seen playing at ISA 3 weeks ago with Unsung Youths? Rose Simpson. Tell me I'm a liar. Tell me I'm a liar. Rose, Denham Trotman. I promise you, unsung youths. How you doing, brother? I see you with that. How you doing, sir? Rose Simpson was playing at AAU with the boys, with Denham and all of them. Are you kidding me?
As she should.
That's
You gotta be kidding me. So don't tell me they can't compete. That's a bunch of crap. It's crap. Everybody can compete at this level. You have to respect the athlete. I know some grown men that walk down the court 2 times to the layup. They can't do that. So don't disrespect these players and these kids that are doing it to get them out the street. We watched so many different things. Rest in peace, Jaden Pierre, Eagle Academy. My guy, Pac-Man. That was his nephew. There's a lot of things going on outside with these kids. So if they don't have these platforms, guess what they turn into? The prostitute, the stripper, the scammer,
the thug.
the drug dealer, the gangster. And you have to worry about them walking down the street. But why not give them a rec center?
Yeah.
Why not invest?
That's a fact.
Why not donate? Why not care?
Because
Right?
he
They
told
should
you
rob
why,
you.
though. He told you something
I
for
just
you. Because selfish nature.
That's a fact.
Everybody don't got, good intentions or the godly heart. And that's what frustrates me. Every day I wake up and might lose my job.
It's sad, but it's the
like,
truth.
I don't even it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Like, it's disgusting. Like,
But like that just goes to show though, like you can't wait on it. You just gotta go do it. You just gotta do it. You gotta Nike that.
speaking of doing, yo, it's a lot we gotta get into. I don't know where to begin first. We got
I do love that over there too.
What's over there?
I told them that.
Oh yeah,
25
the jersey.
man.
Oh, the
That's
jersey.
so
Yeah.
You gonna sign that in it? You gonna sign that in a couple
Cut it
minutes?
out.
You gonna sign that in a couple minutes? Yo, wait, yo.
I don't even
let's
think
talk-
Max beat his Wavy.
Wow. So super.
I want to say something about it, but I'll talk to you off air.
And no, continue. Yes, yeah,
We gonna
continue.
talk off air.
Before you get there, what's in that box?
All right, so yeah, she literally just cursed me out about it, right? Do you want to come back on camera and like tell us about it first? All right, we got
the floor is yours.
we got a little cameo, quick cameo.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put it. We gotta find somewhere to put it.
Right here, right?
Space.
Put it right here, right? Cool.
For the rest of the episode, we find a little spot for her later on.
You're dope.
I ain't
Yeah,
even
we
really
find.
look at it though.
We gotta like.
Looks like him. I don't care what they tell me.
That is
Yeah,
dope.
that.
It is
You gotta
you.
listen.
I think I see the waves too.
We gotta get y'all one now. We gotta have 3 little
That'd be
minions.
so super.
We gotta have the.
You know, he was so timid because he came into No Sleep to Brooklyn, and I knew it came right by, suit and everything.
Soon as
Except-
everything, the do-rag.
And he was so ashamed. And you know me, I'm gonna illuminate everybody. I don't care. I make
I wasn't ashamed. I was humble.
humble. Yes.
I was humble.
You know what's so crazy about being on a microphone? I make people that don't listen. Public speaking is very difficult. Being in front of people,
lot of
are
people.
very
Yeah.
very difficult.
That's a fact.
To be able to do what you do. So to now make people comfortable, like I'll do the takeover tournament and X could walk in the building like, hey Coach X, how you doing? Queens, Brooklyn, big suit. But it's like, after a while, it's like, damn, I ain't want to be illuminated. But boy, that son of a bitch made me feel good.
Yo,
right there, you know what I'm saying?
It definitely feel good, too.
And then now, my job is to do more homework amongst that. So that now when I spit the resume out, it's like, yo, bro, not only did he illuminate me, but he found out what I did on my 16th birthday. You understand what I'm saying? He found out when I went to school here, he found out that. Yo, bro, this guy really cares.
Yeah.
Because it's a deeper analysis
fact,
that goes into it. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
And again,
So-
that's why you're a master of your craft, whether it be podcasting, whether it be announcing, whatever it is that you do, you are, lack of better words, serious about it. And that's another reason to adore just your work ethic. So shout out to you. But before we go, I want you to touch base on so much. We done talked about the podcast, but we got to get into the 5 a.m. brotherhood. We got to get into the pro-am.
Yeah, that's a
we
fact.
got to get into Takeover Classic. You done talked about everything you got going on, but you ain't tell us about what's really going on.
Pro-am, you only hear stuff
Pro-am,
like that.
yeah.
Hey, you only hear stuff like that.
Nah, I mean, like, you should see the jerseys.
I'm
Like, the
already knowing.
Takeover Classic is about to be the biggest thing in New York.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Takeover tournament. My guy Russell Prime Miller, the owner and the CEO, and my commissioner Jamal King, my man Ant, and I'm the voice there, of course. It's just so great to see because it's just guys from Queens. They just wanted guys to get an opportunity and a platform on the pro-am realms, and I seen their vision. It was amazing. I seen their vision. It was great, and I said, you know, they called me a part of it 2 years ago. October of 2024 is when we started the takeover, and to see where it's going right now, like this last weekend, it was like standing room only in there, and we have Long Island teams, we have Brooklyn teams, Queens, everything. So it's great what we're doing. What I say is the most cultural polarizing pro-am tournament going in New York State. October 2026 will make 2 years, or not even 2 years in what we're doing. So there's merch. They can go online to Takeover Live to figure out what's going on, the statistics, the numbers, and everything. But that's the other part of what I do with, you know, of course, the 5 a.m. Brotherhood. Shout out to my man John Peloso, who does his thing out east with that league. He gives those guys an opportunity in Suffolk County that were good guys and players, but not be able to get those realms or those city talks, and now get those other pushes. They had some teams that's now in the takeover for getting their opportunities. So just be able to do the 5 a.m. Brotherhood and take over with my guys. That's all family. We're gonna be doing production later on. Of course, my guys at Crunch Time, I mentioned my guys, Mo, Rev, and White. They gave me the first opportunity in the Pro-Ams. And then after that, I was be able to do high school and middle school, and get all those realms. So it's just great. Like in a week, I'll do a 5th grader, and then a middle school, and then high school, and then the Pro-Am League, and sometimes it's just so crazy because they go, Wave, you didn't get my name right. You missed. I have to know 9 billion of you.
Yeah.
Pro-Am, high school, junior high school, and 5th grade. So sometimes through those realms, and I don't have Chat GPT talking to me all the time. I don't have, I go and I figure it out, and I go from there. So there's certain realms, like I did a watch list with Staten Island. Right. Some things are right, some things, and it's a watch list, so there's nothing wrong because it's not a rankings.
Yeah.
Rankings. I'm not getting to who's better and who's not better. I'm going to tell you who I
look
paid
out for.
attention to, and go from there. Who needs to be a look. So let me know. Put me on the will call. Let me come to the games. Let me figure it out. Let me be there so we can educate more. Because how many media outlets are going to Staten Island?
Not much. Not much.
So that was so trivial with them, and I love them. Some of the coaches shout out to me. They said to me, "Oh, you missed this. This kid's not there. Or this is that." I said, how many people came to Staten Island to cover you?
That's the real question.
I said, because I know they're coming to Brooklyn. And I know they're going to Manhattan for the 4A.
For sure.
And I know they're going to the Bronx.
How invested
And you
are
had
they?
one person or two that made a list. And right. So now let's bridge the gap. Let's figure out how to illuminate Staten Island. Right? The Bronx, Westchester County. Oh, Wave, you did a list. Bronx, Westchester County. But nobody from Westchester County was there. I just did a list for that geographically so you know the region that we're looking at. Because if I would have said Bronx and then put a Stepanak person, you would have said, that's not the Bronx, they're from White Plains. So now I just try to give you a geographical thing of where we're looking at. So I said, but now, nephew, if I missed something from Westchester County, if you think I did, communicate with me and let's build together and let's now go down to Westchester County during the years so now that we can scrutinize that and go from there. But we're good in our community about seeing the problem, but nobody can fix
Not
it.
addressing
Right.
it.
That's a fact. I feel like that's a worldwide problem, though. That's a worldwide problem.
These are the platforms. So the Pro-Am is just so great. Great to opportunities at Crunch Time, Brotherhood, Takeover. Those are my guys. Those are my brothers. Broadway Park, I'll be with them. Commissioner Spank, Big Brooklyn for what they're doing for Pro-Am for this summer. I'll be down E4T as well too. Shout out to those guys. Everything for Torian. I know a gentleman that passed away for them in Brooklyn. So we'll be down there as well too to do so much work. But there's so much stuff they're working on too. I'm working on a one-day individual Wavy World Classic where we're gonna do stuff and have some kids come out. June 20th, Bowling for Peace, Queens College. If you guys
I'll pop out. I'll pop out.
Content creators, scouts, recruiters, scouts, celebrities, Mino. I don't want to. The mayor said he popping out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that's gonna pop out for this. Whoopi Goldberg will be there. So many people that's gonna pop out for the event. So it's let's give our kids and our culture a time to prosper. Because we're in our 30s, our 40s. We have to figure out our own way. Right. Let's figure out how to help these kids.
Yo, Wavy,
I like that.
Listen, I'm
Lost for words.
a man of my own heart. 'Cause, like his heart is so into it, and he speaks so passionately about just investing into the youth, and I love it. I love to hear it. Thanks for telling us what you got coming up next. Thanks for telling us what you got going on. If there's anything you want to shout out before we go, again, Takeover Battle League, Takeover Classic, the 5 a.m. Brotherhood Pro, like anything you want to just tell the people where to find you, right? Whatever it may be. And we just gonna allow you to end us out on a positive note. We'll go around and we're gonna let you sign the jersey and call it a day.
Yes. Listen, Wavy World, subscribe for free. The podcast. We got a lot of great shows coming up. That's already there, so you can subscribe for that. Bowling for Peace, NYC Elite 32 powered. Prime Wave live stream. My guys down there in Big Queens with the Takeover. Prime Focus, Team Focus. What we're doing, we're trying to change so much for Queens and just to get everybody acclimated. So it's so great to see all the boroughs and towns. Big shout out to Crunch Time, Rev and Mo and White. Never forget y'all. I gave you my first origin with it, and we going with it. 5 a.m. Brotherhood, John Peloso, love you. Appreciate the opportunity. Broadway Park, Brooklyn, Commissioner Spec. I can't say enough. June 13th, we'll be outside. E4T, I got you guys. We're gonna be locked in with that as well too. And everything, Long Island, the boroughs. Anybody that forget, all my announcers. Big shout out to my guy, Cha-Ching, David T. I love you like cook food. Love your son. Love Joe Pope. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of the guys. My guy Slim, the announcer. My brother White. So a lot of guys that have given me opportunities and put me in position for me to be prolific and for what I'm doing. So big shout out to them. We're gonna continue keep going on with that with the culture, and that's it, man. They just gotta just stay locked in, man. Coach Blue, no sleep to Brooklyn. I got you too. We locked in. South Shore, you know how we do. So just keep following. Wavy World 516. We do everything from 5th grade all the way to Pro-Am. And it's been an honor and privilege to be here at, Coach X and the coach for the culture. I see what you guys are doing, and there's just not a lot of platforms that genuinely care about the kids. So that's why, everything I alleviated today to make sure that we're here, because we're going to continue to build. And as long as we're winning, then we can't lose.
Most deaf. That's as long as we win, we can't lose. That's what he said. What you got, Prince?
Since we talking about winning and losing, I feel like I said this before though. No loss is really a loss. It's just a lesson.
No loss is a loss. It's just a lesson.
I was just sitting here. I was just listening. I'm lost for words. I don't even got nothing really to say.
I was really bored. I was really just intaking it.
But a positive note, I'll probably say from what I took from him is play a role with everybody. I feel like as long as you play a role and you give what you can with everybody in the group, you can go farther than what you think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what it's about. Like, I'm going to get to sign this beautiful, jersey and board over here. But, Courts and Culture, Wavy World Podcast, thanks for asking my guys to a podcast. We it's just about incorporating everybody together. I was on my guy, went for the thanks for asking thing. I don't know if you followed them too in Queens.
No.
They have the barbershop on Sutphin. That's too far from Foch. And one of the guys' name is Vasquez. It's Vasquez, Detox, and Bug Out on the show. And holy crap, you know who his son is? Alejandro Vasquez. I don't know if you remember the guy from Queens. He went to Division I. He played and so on and so forth. I gotta get him on the damn show. Alejandro. It's this game of basketball. This orange basketball can take you around the world, and you'll be so surprised who it networks you with. We're all networked right now because of basketball.
That's a fact.
We're all. This man and me met talking on the bus.
That's how we
a
met.
young man came on the bus.
That's how we met.
Yes. And the kid remembers me from the takeover for the Pro-Am announcing. And he's so illuminated at me like I'm Beyonce butt naked in front of Jay-Z. Jay, I love you. All right, but for your sites. And I'm like, and we're talking basketball, going back and forth, and boom. He's like, yo.
I had to take the headphone. I had to put it to the side. I said, wait a second. I said, y'all talk about something I know about.
And then we even saying, he said, London Challenor? I said, of course I do.
I literally,
I rung a bell.
I said, how you say it?
Challenor.
I'm sorry. Patty.
I was letting him go because he's in the middle of the story, but Challenor. Patty, Challenor.
London,
Patty, shut
the
up.
crest. And I was like, I said, who the hell in New York doesn't know about that girl? She's scoring 20 a game. She's killing everybody in the PSALs. It's unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. She's at the school where she's supposed to be at. But if she was at Christ the King, if she was at Luha doing that, if she was at any other place, she's the greatest. She'd be white on rice.
That's a fight.
So, but that's a whole other conversation that we had. Maybe we'll do another show for those type of political stuff. So of course I know who the young lady is. And we just went, But we almost missed our stops.
That's how
We
good the
almost missed our
conversation.
stops.
That's how good the conversation. You know the conversation was good.
Word.
And
That's a
we
fact.
build, and I said, no, let's do something. Let's work. And we've communicated out through the weeks, and we made everything proper. But you know, when you're savvy, when you learn the game, and you're around the right people, you learn and you just get it. And you know, this is not my first rodeo. You know, I'm always fortunate for being able. Tomorrow, I'll be the one telling them what's going on with the show. But you learn it, and you just know the impact on what we need to do. And this place is just so beautiful, man. This is so super what's going on here. You got Jeopardy set up for the kids and
Now we
everything.
growing,
Love
wait,
it.
don't they?
You know
Don't
what
say
I'm saying?
this wasn't what it was. Go watch episode 1. Go watch
Word.
episode 4. This, you know what I
Episode
mean?
1, not even episode 1.
Yo, they missed it. That went over their head.
For real.
Episode 1 was
Episode
one was
not
episode
10.
20. Really
Like-
20. Really 20.
Yeah.
Really 20.
But Rome wasn't built overnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we just continue the mission.
Well, my brother, we appreciate you for coming on. We appreciate your wisdom. We appreciate you for highlighting, which dap him up because his hand about to fall.
Oh my
God. But nah, we appreciate you for just highlighting the who's and the what's of what you got going on. On behalf of myself, Prince, Cuzzo, Wavy Walker himself, this has been Course and Culture. Until next time, we out
And you're
here.
a dummy if you're not locked in with Coach X and Culture. Wavy Walk proves it itself. Milking cookies for
Proves it.
rookies, coffees and donuts for grown-ups.
Say it again.
You're a dead man. I promise
again.
you. We outside.
Done
in
now.
high school.
Done now.
He's not even this way. Ow.
Wait!
Gotta love it.
I sounded jersey. Every time we leave, we come back because we go.
Do me a favor. Have them do it on like the center.
Cinder? Yes.
Just bring it over.
Man, I love this, bro.
We're gonna do what we did with
No, but we'll get it right. I mean, London Chancellor was here. Big Hill, big PSALs, 30-point a game, and we have Rose over here. One part of the Rose connection, Big Brandeis. So
Rose
those are
Rose.
two guests right there. I mean,
Look at him. He's
2
just
out of 8
picking
is
up
very
and putting down
difficult.
like he
You
ain't.
know?
He said, "Forget the start." No. I appreciate it, but this is
And that's going on here. Make sure y'all locked in with those young ladies, please.
still going.
Definitely.
Still go. Yo, we got a lot going on, a lot of energy. Wavy Walker, we appreciate you, man.